where it's like, man.
So how good, guys, can they be? And I ask that because everything's got a shelf life. Turner's deal is up after next season. So obviously that's a bridge they'll have to cross at that point. And I also ask this because the level of enthusiasm from the Siakam side is so high, and it's largely because it does appear that his opinion basketball wise is like, we joke about the Pacers being ahead of the Heat. Like, no, they are envisioning a title contending Pacers team down the line. That he is used to making deep playoff runs with the Raptors. Obviously has a ring, in his on his resume. How good can they be in terms of where this is going, and as far as this addition?
My opinion,
yeah,
Fred,
either one.
I think they're probably different. I still think they're a big player away from like being a real contending threat, and it's going to be difficult to get that third big player, But Fred will probably come on and declare the championship contenders now and a dynasty potentially in the making. No, I still particularly defensively, Pascal helps a little, but I don't see them competing with like the Giants of the East, and I still think they're like I said, a big piece away from realistically competing for a championship.
Fred, before you answer, real quick context. Last 2 weeks, and this was pointed out to me by the Pacers, and specifically Jim Boylan, who's part of their staff, who I talked to yesterday. They were in town. Last 2 weeks, they're 15th in defensive rating. So that side, it's small sample size, but it's gotten a little better. And there's like this kind of internal feeling like they might finally be just, developing and improving a bit. And then Siakam obviously gives you a little injection on that front.
Yeah, what's helped their defense? Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, he's been out for 3 games. Yeah.
And it's hurt their all. Like, don't get me wrong, Tyrese Halliburton is just like a fantastic.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Yeah,
but
he'll be back soon. Yeah,
as we talk about winning on the highest level, like his defense is going to be under a spotlight at that point whenever that comes down the line. Fred,
right.
Declare your champion this year.
Wow.
How about a Knicks Pacers East Finals with you covering it? It just feels like Reggie Miller.
What do I do? Which team do I cover?
That's true. No, I don't disagree with Slater's analysis. I'm not putting them in some sort of contender range. I think they could get up. I think there's a world where they get up to 4th. I think that's definitely plausible. And if they play Milwaukee in the playoffs, I'm sure Milwaukee is going to be like crap if they have to play in like a 3-6.
Sam Amick's covering that series. He loves that matchup.
Oh, I do.
You do.
Give me the conflict.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about seeds. I think we're, because sure, they could be the 4th seed. I think we're talking about like playoff ceiling.
Yeah, defensively, I agree with you. They're not going to be there because at the top they're too vulnerable. But they can put out some better defensive lineups now. Like Turner is a good defensive center. Yeah, he can get a little jumpy, but like he is a good defensive center, rim protector. He's mobile. He's good protecting the rim. Like he is a good defensive center. Siakam, he's going to be good on the wing for them. Nembhard can guard a little bit. Nesmith has been really solid for them defensively. Like they can put together some defensive lineups in important moments where they need stops, where it's like, that's not the worst. It's not going to be like, it's not the Timberwolves. It's not the Celtics, but it's like, that is capable. That is going to be a sufficient defensive lineup. I worry about the ones with, like you mentioned, Obi Toppin, Toppin on the floor, but maybe he just ends up playing way less because he's behind Siakam now, which is quite ironic if Toppin, by the way, gets traded from the Knicks because he's stuck behind Randall and then gets stuck behind Siakam. But I'm with you. I don't think the defense is quite enough there. I don't think they're as good as those top 3 in the East. I could see them finishing 4th. Cleveland has been, props to Cleveland, man. Like they have been playing incredible ball with no Garland and no Mobley. Their defense is absolutely revving right now. Their defense has been unbelievable for weeks at this point. They've been the best defensive team in the league over the last few weeks. And, not really having Mobley for so much of the year and not really having Garland and then being able to hold this up, I think has been so impressive. I think that team, when they get healthy, is really, really dangerous. But the Pacers will be good. Like the middle of the East with them and Miami and the Knicks, like those three, maybe Orlando if they can get back up a little bit. But I think specifically those three, the Knicks, Miami, and the Pacers, that, and we'll even throw the Cavs in there. Like that is a dogfight. That's four good teams who actually all play very different identities. Like that could be a fun race.
All right, Fred, you got your dream scenario. You got us talking Pacers ad nauseum on the tampering pod. Your dreams are coming true. You're manifesting all this stuff. Tyrese is in a good place. He got help. He got the keys. So Pacers are going to be a routine topic on the pod.